Hi, I'm Rudy Mattia, and welcome to the HuffPost Thrive series. Today, we'll get a little bit into some strength. I really dig this pose. I call it the power squat. So, what you guys to do is, I want you to just stand your feet about hip distance apart, and you know what? Just for FYI, if you will, go just a tiny bit wider than that. So, if you're on a yoga mat, maybe as wide as the outer edges of the mat. Put your hands on your hips. I want you to start to bend the knees a little bit. I'm going to turn my toes out because it's a little better for me there. And I want you to squat down to where your elbows are on your knees. So most of you are familiar with chair pose, right? This is a little different from chair pose. It's a little wider. And it doesn't put the stress on your low back as in taking the arms up into chair. As a matter of fact, I'm going to brace my knees, my elbows on top of my knees, and I'm going to imagine myself as a downhill racer in the Alps. So I'm in a deep squat position like I'm racing on skis. And just going to sit here a few minutes and let the hips kind of marinate, right? This is a big hip pose. And it's a strong power pose, too, because of all the strength of the quadriceps, the hamstrings, and the calves. So the posterior chain of power, calves, hamstrings, and butt. If you feel really good about it, stay right here. If you feel like you got a little more strength, think about not looking up, but just kind of looking slightly forward and extending the arms in front of you. And as you do that, you got to be wide enough where your belly is out of the way of your femur bone. So I'm a bit wider than you maybe could be, but you'll figure it out. Just wide enough to where you drop the torso. And don't go past 90 degrees yet. That would be like Malasana, and we'll get there in a few moments. So I just want you to reach and breathe. Sit back into the heels. See, I'm lifting my toes. I'm trying to put the weight into my heels and get into a nice, deep flexion through the hips equally and breathing. Now, I'm going to get out of this pose to act like I'm helping Jennifer because I'm about to die, but you guys stay in the posture if you can. I'm going to put my hands down, push my legs straight, and come out, and you could too as well if you wanted. But take about 5 more breaths. How's that, Jennifer? Whew. Now, listen, from there, take one more inhale, and she's going to stay down with the knees, put the hands on the floor, and push the legs straight. Forward bend, Uttanasana. Now, take a few moments. Your legs are a little bit wide. So heel-toe your feet about hip distance apart. It could be a wide hip distance as well. We're going to do a little bit of a twist. She's going to bend her right knee. Place your right fingertips. I want you guys at home to perhaps use a block. Put your right palm on a block. Bend the right knee. Take the left arm up to the ceiling. And twist. Now, it's very important that you bend the back leg. Now, it does make the twist cheat a little bit, but it's okay because we're not really trying to kill the twist position here. We're just trying to get a little bit of an opening. On top of that, speaking of opening, see how the thumb is turned forward? We're going to turn the thumb towards the back wall. Bring the hand behind the back. She's long-armed enough and narrow enough where she can take the right fingers and grab the inner side of the right thigh and peel the shoulder open. And breathe. This leg is straight, and you drive down through the outer leg to lift the left hip up and back. Lean into the right arm, push to the right arm, and twist. That should feel really good. Feel good? Now from there, take the left arm up to the ceiling, and bring the left hand to the floor, and straighten both legs. Put your hands on your shin bones, press your elbow straight, pull your spine long, so you take that twist right out of your hair. Then she's going to fall forward. She's going to do another power squat, bend the knees, and reach the arms in front of you, sit down the hips. Notice how she's trying to get a long, straight spine here. It's not chair pose where you're down in the knees, but yet you're forcing your spine into this arch position. I've actually created this posture in contrary to chair pose, although I do like chair pose done more moderately. So go for length in the spine. The degree of the angle from the knee to the hip is about the same angle from the hip to the shoulder, which I kind of dig. It's like a V shape, and it makes it really, really, really strong. Take one more breath. Hands to the floor, legs straight. She's going to heel-toe the feet together, and then, of course, we're going to twist to the other side. Go ahead and do the twist, Jenny. What's so cool about this, you get that deep hip stretch. You get a nice forward fold. You get an obvious twist. You get about 5 minutes to breathe and move into your body. And if you're older than, let's say, 40, you remember that little commercial, just a little dab will do you in Brill cream? Same with this. In yoga, just a little dab will do you. Take one more inhale. Right hand down. Oh, she's going to do the twist as well. She just reminded me I want to do the shoulder opener. And she's going to open the shoulder one last. Oh, yeah. And you get a shoulder opener. Thank you, Jenny. Take the right arm to the sky. Right hand down. Slide your palms up your shins. Pull your heart forward. Fold. Bend your knees, round your back, and roll up to standing. I'm Rudy. That's Jenny. Thanks for tuning in to your Daily Dose of Yoga. We'll see you next week, or we'll see you on udaya.com.